Hello everyone, it is time for a new video, and today I'm doing something that I've never done before and I'm super excited about, which is I'm going to be showing you my collection of books that were illustrated by Leni Kauffman, aka my favorite illustrator of all time. And you have definitely seen her work around if you are a romance reader. And I am her #1 biggest fan. And I absolutely love her work and her as a person. And so I have collected so many books illustrated by her at this point. You can see this beautiful shelf right here that is all dedicated to her covers. And I want to talk about all the books, and obviously it's going to give me an opportunity to talk about the books that I love on the inside as well. And it will be obviously a combination of books that I've read and books I haven't read yet. And I think it's just going to be absolutely beautiful, you know, and I wanted to do this, and so we're doing it. And, you know, that's all the explanation it needs. Let's just dive straight in. So I will be doing this in no particular order. I have like a little pile here, and then I'm gonna go through the books on this shelf. Obviously, I didn't want to take it all down. So the first book that I have here is a very recent one, which is Dream On, Ramona Riley by Ashley Herring Blake. And the Ashley Herring Blake and Leni Kauffman combination is gonna forever be iconic. All of Ashley Herring Blake's adult books have been illustrated by Leni, and so, you know, like, just my eyes have been blessed, and also my heart, because I love the books on the inside as well. Ashley Herring Blake is such an incredible author, and I cannot really go too in depth about these books because I did count it before, but I completely forgot the number. It's a lot of books, and so, you know, I like don't have time to go super in depth in the plot and stuff. All of Ashley Herring Blake's books are incredibly emotional and beautiful and meaningful and steamy and fun, and such a good combination of all of these things. One of the main characters in this is an actress, and the two of them met each other like a very long time ago. They had a strong connection, but they never saw each other since. And now the actress heroine comes back to town to shoot a movie, and they of course reconnect and everything. And it is angsty, it is fun, it is beautiful, and I loved it. And this cover is sickeningly beautiful. And it is one of my absolute top favorites. Like, I adore the covers that have like a specific scenery, you know, like, and the scenery in this, like the sunset and like the picnic and the lake, everything about this is perfection. Like, I don't care that much how simple the cover is, you know, because the thing that I'm there for is the characters, and that is of course the main thing that Leni does. But like, the setting just you know, gives it obviously a stronger vibe, and it just makes it come to life more, and I adore it. So that is this, and I was like, I'm gonna make this quick, but I've already been talking for 10 years about that. So the next video I have here is More Than a Best Friend by Emma R. Albin. And this is a historical romance, which is not something that Leni does that often, but I want more, honestly, because this is super cute. Like, I adore their outfits, and they're just absolutely adorable. So this is another sapphic romance, but it's historical. Like, it's like The Parent Trap, but make it historical, and they're gonna fall in love instead. They're not sisters, they're friends. And yeah, that was a bad description, to be honest. But it is friends to lovers. They try to set up their parents so that they like stop, you know, pressuring them that much about their own dating lives, and they're gonna fall in love. And I think that sounds amazing, and I definitely want to read it as soon as possible. Next book that I have here is Shipwrecked by Olivia Dade. So that's actually slightly stupid order because this is like, whatever, it's the third book in a series. I still have not read this, and honestly it's a good reminder that I need to. And this is not like, there's another version of this where there's like more on the cover that Leni illustrated, but this is the UK edition, which only has like the characters from that. Still really cute, not like the full thing. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. But yeah, it's adorable. I love kissing covers, and you know, anything where the characters are close to each other, of course, I am obsessed. And so this is adorable. And this series this is the third book, so that's like slightly stupid order. But they're all like surrounding acting and filming and whatever. And this, I think they shoot on like a deserted island, and yeah, I need to read this. I read the first book, I loved it. Again, the Olivia Dade and Leni Kauffman combination is also forever iconic, and that's actually incredibly special because that's like where it started the most, I think, where like, you know, Leni started getting a lot more eyes on her covers, and it's one of the first things that I remember, and they did so many covers together and they're beautiful. And so yeah, that's that. So I have others, but again, this is not in any particular order. There's just too many books for me to be organized. Like, I don't know, I'm sorry if anyone likes super precise organization, that's definitely not me. So the next one here is The Next Best Fling by Gabriela Gomez, which again, we have a cover with kissing, and oh my gosh, how swoony is this? Like, very hot, very beautiful. I love it. And I started this book, I didn't finish it yet, but it is so much fun. We basically, our two main characters are in love with two halves of a couple. So the heroine's brother is engaged, no wait, the heroine's best friend she's in love with is engaged to a woman that the hero is in love with. So she's in love with a guy, he's in love with a girl. And so the hero plans to like confess his feelings to like the fiance, but the heroine stops him because she's obviously like, you know, this is a horrible idea, we can't do this, even though they both kind of wish that they could be with one of the people, you know. And of course they're gonna fall in love instead. So it is like a messy, it's not a love triangle, which makes me like it because like I hate love triangles. But yeah, there's like the angst and tension, but at the same time, you know, you can see that the two of them are actually so much more right for each other than they would be with like the couple that's engaged. And it's just super fun. So highly recommend this, and just absolutely gorgeous. And I adore pink covers, and I desperately need there to be more of them. Next two books that I'm going to talk about. First is also a pink cover, and it is Imogen, obviously, by Becky Albertalli. So Leni doesn't do that many YA books, but when that happens, I am very happy because I want her covers to be absolutely everywhere, and this is adorable. And again, we have more of a setting, and we have like the main character at the forefront because this is like a coming of age story more than a romance, and this is actually one of my favorite books of all time, and I just got a physical copy of it, and I'm so incredibly happy. Because the UK edition does not have Leni's illustration whatsoever, and thank God the other book that I'm going to talk about in a second does have it. And this is incredible. It's like a queer coming of age story, definitely deals with like, you know, figuring out your sexuality when you're like, you feel like you're a bit older, even though it's still YA, it's like slightly older YA, and you know, it's just so beautiful. It's so meaningful and super fun, and just so many things that I cannot put into words right now. But I highly recommend you read this if you haven't done it yet. And it's absolutely my favorite Becky Albertalli book, 1000%. And this is also, it's just so fucking gorgeous. Like, the color scheme on this, perfection. And the other book by Becky Albertalli that just came out and is also illustrated by Leni Kauffman is Amelia, If Only. And I love like the vibe of this, just feels like pure summer vibes, you know. And we have like the other friends in here, and it's adorable, and just, I love it. I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to read it. I haven't read it yet, but I'm obviously highly anticipating it because I loved Imogen obviously so much. Slightly makes me intimidated because I'm like, I don't want to have too high expectations. But this one is much shorter, and I think it's just gonna be a super fun summery read, and so that will be happening very soon. Next book I have here is What a Match by Mimi Grace. Leni has also done a lot of covers with Mimi Grace, and I have loved those, the covers and the books, and this is probably my favorite one. And I think, no wait, I think I own one more. Yes, I do own one more book. I might as well just mention it now because it's right here. So this is Take a Hike by Mimi Grace. So I think What a Match is my absolute favorite, and just look at these autumnal vibes. Like, the second that it's fall, you all need to buy this and read it. And all the books by Mimi Grace are also quite short. It's like 250 pages, which is the perfect length of a romance, to be honest, very often at least, for it to be just like super lighthearted and fun, and you know, like bingeable. And but it's still like so well developed and steamy and sweet and romantic. This one has the brother's best friend trope and like forced proximity and beautiful vibes, and I adored it. Honestly, I really want to reread it this fall again because just look at it. Like, oh my gosh, just look at it. And the other one is, yeah, like I said, Take a Hike. Also absolutely adorable. I love this outfit so much. You know, the amount of times that I see an outfit that Leni draws and I'm just like, I need that. I need to like take it out of there and wear it, you know? So the heroine in this inherits like a tour company or just, you know, I don't know exactly how to, it's described as an outdoor recreation and tour company in a small town. And so she like comes over there to like see how it works and everything. And of course, like one of the main people working there is not very happy by her presence. Is the kind of thing like small town guy and a city girl, you know, and where it feels like she like intrudes on the space. But of course she's gonna find her place there and it's all gonna work together well in the end. And it's super fun and wonderful. Honestly, this is a perfect summer read, to be honest. And it's adorable, of course, so you should definitely pick it up. And I also desperately need another new Mimi Grace book because it's been too long and I need it now. So let's actually go onto the shelves now. So the first book that I have here, I'm just gonna start from the side. Cross the Line by Simone Soltani. I adored this. I read it last year. I also have these sprayed edges. And like, oh my god, again, this outfit, I need it. And also they are both incredibly hot and beautiful. And I also love like the background, everything about this, beautiful. And the inside of the book, super, super fun. This is a sports romance and it's an F1 romance. And it is just so swoon-worthy and fun and steamy and entertaining and such a quick read, so addicting. Everything I could ever imagine. And so the hero needs help saving his image and the heroine does like social media and stuff and she helps him, you know, do that. And it is also brother's best friend. And I have found out that that's a trope that I don't actually like a lot of the time, but the two books that I've mentioned so far like do it in such a good way that is just like angsty and juicy, but like just so good and perfect. And I adored this. And now I'm concerned because I have another book, new release, and I'm like, where is it? Because it's not on my shelf and it's one that I need to read soon. So that's always in random spots because I always, you know, take it from like my TBR cart. So I'm gonna find that. Okay, I found it. And that is Ride With Me by Simone Soltani. I also have these beautiful sprayed edges. And I'm obsessed with this. I love the color scheme of this. Obviously, this is supposed to be like a night setting, which is so cool and so unique and so gorgeous. Again, the heroine has a beautiful dress. And I love the like hug and everything about this is just such a beautiful vibe. And so I have not read this yet, but I'm dying to. It just came out recently and I need to devour it immediately. Next book I have here is another one that came out recently that's also gorgeous and beautiful and I cannot wait to read it. And I did actually start this one and it's super fun so far. And so this is Love in Focus by Layla Lee. And it is a sapphic romance and we basically have like second chance vibes. The two main characters dated like a long time ago, honestly like 8 years or something like that. And the heroine in this has been married for like to someone else, obviously, for a long time. And he unexpectedly like breaks up with her and so she feels a little bit lost and confused. And the other main character comes into her life. She is supposed to do like a project. She's a photographer. And so they have to work together, which is just always so fun. And I love it in a second chance romance. And obviously in a second chance romance, like forced proximity works so well because you know, it forces them to actually face their feelings and, you know, they have to spend time together and then they figure out that maybe they are meant for each other after all. And so yeah, I think this is gonna be just super fun and steamy and addicting. And I'm also in love with their outfits. And I actually have a dress quite similar to this one here. And so I want to take some pictures with that. And it's gonna be fun and great. And so yeah, I'm obsessed. And yes, I will be saying those words over and over again. I'm sorry in advance. So the next video I have here is another sports romance that I'm obsessed with. And that is Collide by Bel Cabra. And this is a hockey romance. And I adored this. We have like college, like new adult vibes, and it's just super fun and addicting. It's kind of like Dislike to Love and they have to work together on like a school project and stuff like that. And so we also have Forced Proximity, kind of like the Black Cat Golden Retriever, like Grumpy Heroine, Sunshine Hero. And I just adored this. This was just like a similar vibe to Cross the Line, in the sense that like you don't want it to ever end, and it is just incredibly addicting and easy to read in the best way, in a way that just feels so good. And of course the cover is beautiful. I love the colors on this. And this is actually the indie edition. There is another one that looks basically the same. Then we're coming back to another Olivia Dade book, and this one is, spoiler alert, which is the first book in the series that I mentioned from the Shipwrecked book. And this one I did read, and it was beautiful and full of like fandom, nerdy, fangirly stuff, and I loved every second. And this is also like one of the first most iconic Leni Kauffman covers that just like blew up completely, I think, and like for good reason, because just look at them. Oh my god. And so we have a heroine who is a part of this fandom and, you know, just really cares about it, does like fan fiction and all of that. And then we have an actor hero who plays in like a Game of Thrones-esque kind of a TV show, and you know, where like they fucked it up at the end, and so they write fan fiction to like fix it and all of that stuff. And yeah, things go from there. Again, full of like fandom things. Like if you are a part of like any kind of fandom and you are like, you know, into that kind of stuff, you need to read this. It is full of that, and you can see that Olivia Dade, you know, knows how it is. And at the same time, it's just such a swoon-worthy, wonderful, beautiful romance. And Olivia Dade's books are just so like real and raw and meaningful, and also have positive fat representation and so much like mental health, like positivity as well. And in a way that just feels so good and right and comforting and safe. And so please read this if you haven't read it yet. And again, a great reminder for me to finish this series, because I've been procrastinating on that because I don't want it to be over, but I need to read it anyways. Next book I have here is Hers for the Weekend by Helena Greer, which is a sapphic romance that is absolutely adorable. I love this cover. I love the title. Like all this stuff is so much fun. And of course, the two main characters are gorgeous and adorable. And I don't know anything about this, but I've heard like other authors talk about Helena Greer's books, and I think it's gonna be super fun. And I know that this has fig dating, and that's all that I know, and I don't need to know anything else. Since I'm going in order, I'm gonna mention this one as well, which is actually a book that I wrote and I have not talked about in 1,000 years. Obviously, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but this is Dare to Live, Dare to Love by me. And it is, of course, a Leni Kauffman cover as well. That just means everything to me, of course, and for obvious reason. And I just love the colors of this, are so satisfying. Like the blue and the pinks are adorable. And it's an adult romance. Strange best friends to lovers. They reunite after a long time and they fall in love, and they go through this list of things to do to kind of like believe in love again, and things go on from there. So yeah, I'm sorry if this is kind of awkward. I have not talked about it in a long time, but yeah, it like is quite low angst, like comforting vibes, and deals with mental health and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, I'm not gonna say I recommend it because I wrote it, but if you want to read it, it does have a beautiful cover. Next book that I have here is Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonam-Young, and I'm so happy that Hannah Bonam-Young got some Leni Kauffman covers, because I love her book so much, and this is adorable. So I also have sprayed edges of this, and just look how beautiful they are. And like, can we take a second for him? Because the glasses, everything, so sexy. And I am in love. And the vibes of this, like everything about this is just so beautiful. And the book on the inside as well. So this is a like marriage in trouble. They go on like a, what's it called? Just like a camping trip in the woods. And so like lots of forced proximity and a lot of emotions. They just kind of feel lost in their relationship, and they, you know, kind of rediscover their spark and learn to communicate better, figure out what they actually need together and on their own. And it's beautiful, it's meaningful, it's emotional, it's wonderful, it's incredible. Next book that I have here is Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Angie Peltier, and I am obsessed with this cover. Like all the sea vibes, the heroine's hair, everything about this is just giving me life. And I've had this for a long time and I've been saving it for a beach vacation and I have not gone on one in many years, but guess what's happening? I am actually going on one very soon in like a month and a little bit. And so I am taking it there. I'm taking this and any other beach breed that I can find and I'm gonna be devouring it there. So I don't really know what it's about, but I loved the first book in the series. So my camera died. But I'm back to continue this because we still have quite a few more books to get through. So I don't know when exactly it cut me off. I was talking about Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Long story short, I am so ready to read this on an actual beach vacation. And I know it's gonna be super cute and super fun. And that's it. It's floppy, it's gorgeous. And yeah, so that will be happening very soon. So, okay, now we have this little piece of books. So, then I have these two books by Lily Chu. So the first one is The Stand-In and the second one is The Comeback. So I've read this one, I haven't read this one yet. And so this is kind of like the, what's it called, Princess Switch setup where we have our two main characters who will look very similar and they take each other's places. One of them is an actress and the other one, you know, is just like living her normal life and, you know, yeah, they switch places. It's a really fun, lighthearted romance and it is gorgeous. I absolutely love this. I love how it's like split in the middle and it's so pretty. And this one is very pretty as well. And I don't know anything about this. There's 3 things listed here. Laser-focused lawyer climbing the corporate ladder, perfect daughter living her father's dream, and shocking love interest of South Korea's hottest star. So yeah, I know it's gonna be super fun and I love celebrity romances. So yeah. Okay, so let's go through this pile. First one I have here is another book by Emma R. Albin. I was wondering where this was and I got my answer. So this one is You're the Problem, It's You. And it is another historical romance and it is super pretty. I love this green and I also don't know anything about this. Okay, I think this is Hate to Love and it says that an extortionist starts targeting their families and they must find a way to work together without pushing each other's buttons or tearing them off in the process. So yeah, sounds super fun and I do need to find more good enemies to lovers books, so hopefully this is gonna be one of them. Then I have 3 more books by Ashley Herring Blake. So this, I don't remember the name of this series, but this is her first adult romance series and it has my heart. I love all of these so much. So the first one is Delilah Green Doesn't Care. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, like the characters on these are so gorgeous and their outfits and everything. So these are all sapphic romances, and I'm not gonna go in detail about the plot because again we've been here for way too long. But like I already started saying earlier, Ashley Herring Blake writes the most wonderful, emotional, angsty, swoony, steamy sapphic romances. And if you haven't read them yet somehow, you need to pick them up. Second one is Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. Again, absolutely stunning, and I love that, like, you know, like the houses behind them are so pretty. And yeah, and the third one is Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. And I do not have a favorite out of these because I loved them all so much. In different ways, they do have like different vibes and stuff like that. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. Like I said, forever an iconic combination, you know? So that's that. Then I have The Accidental Pinup by Danielle Jackson, which, just look at that. Oh my gosh. Again, color scheme, outfit, the main character, all absolutely stunning. And in this one, rival photographers are forced to collaborate on a body-positive lingerie campaign, but they might have to readjust their focus when sparks fly. So this is like Rivals to Lovers. I have not read it yet, but I think it's gonna be super fun. Sexy, empowering, entertaining read deserves a place on your bookshelf. So yes, absolutely stunning. Okay, I'm gonna organize that later. Oh, and actually also I have one more Ashley Herring Blake book. This is a Christmas one and it is Make the Season Bright, and I am not gonna talk about it right now because it's July. But this is an absolutely incredible Christmas romance So when the time comes, you should read it. And I obviously will be making recommendation videos and all of that. So you will hear me talk about it. And since I'm mentioning that, I will mention one more Christmas book that Leni has illustrated that I have, which is I'll Be Gone for Christmas by Georgia K. Boone. This is kind of like The Holiday, where the two main characters switch places. You know, one is in San Francisco and the other one is in like a small English town, I think. And I absolutely love this, and I adore, like, again, like the settings in these are so beautiful, and this is so cozy, and it's just so beautiful. And I really loved this book as well. Okay, let's move on to the next two books, which is Icebreaker and Daydream, and I also have Wildfire by Hannah Grace. These are obviously very famous. I'm not going to talk about it much. Icebreaker, we have a sports romance new adult, and I'm sure you've heard of this. But one moment for her outfit, please. Absolutely stunning. Wildfire, which is like a perfect summer romance. I really enjoyed this, and again, you know, we have a pink cover. And then Daydream, which I also once again have sprayed edges, and this is the one that I haven't read yet, and I have a feeling this might be my favorite in the series, and I just need to get to it. And I do think it's my favorite cover in the series. Again, the outfit, the purple, the books behind them, they're adorable. I'm obsessed. And so that's that. And then I have one more Olivia Dade book, and I actually should have another one, but I don't know where. I am still getting, even though I moved here to this apartment a few months ago, I'm still getting used to the organization. So yeah, but this is At First Sight by Olivia Dade. Absolutely perfect. First of all, again, one moment for this, please. Absolutely gorgeous. The color scheme is so satisfying and so pleasing, and this one we have kind of like dislike to love, slightly hate to love dynamics. They're neighbors. The heroine was engaged to the hero's brother and it was not working, and they fall in love instead. And this has incredible depression representation. It is emotional, it is beautiful, it is meaningful, it is real and raw and just incredible. And I already said those things about Olivia Dade, but I think this might be my favorite so far that I've read from her, which is hard to say. But yeah, this cover, I will never be getting over that. Okay, now it's gonna be slightly chaotic because I have it a little bit all over the place. So I have Hate Mail by Donna Marchetti. I have not read this yet, but I do know that basically they send each other like hate mail. So I think it starts as a project in school, you know, where they're supposed to send like a nice letter to someone and just like have a pen pal. And they decide to like just kind of be mean to each other a little bit. And they keep talking way past anyone else is talking for this project, obviously. And then I guess, you know, they're gonna meet in real life and things go on from there. Again, we have a pink cover. I love the dress once again. I love the like letters around them. It is super cute. Then I have Spiral by Balcabra. I did not realize I had it here when I was talking about Collide. So this is the second book in the series. Once again, I have straight edges, and we have a ballerina and a hockey player in this one. And once again, I adored this. Super swoon-worthy, addicting. This one is like a little bit more emotional and deeper than Collide, but it's still super fun and like overall lighthearted. And I love this. We have a purple cover, which I honestly love as much as pink covers. Like, I mean, purple and pink are my favorite colors, and to be honest, it's very similar in my eyes. But yeah, I adore this, and I cannot wait for the third book in this series. I'm obsessed with that cover as well, of course. Then I have They Hate Each Other by Amanda Woody, which I think is a YA, yeah, high school is hard enough. It says, high school is hard enough without falling for your worst enemy. And absolutely love the vibe of this, like the sunset and everything, absolutely stunning. And yeah, I have not read this yet, but I have heard great things about Amanda Woody's books, and so I need to read it soon. Okay, I found it. I have All the Feels by Olivia Dade, so this one I have not read yet, and it took me so long to find this cover because the UK edition is not illustrated by Leni once again, which, why do they keep doing that? You know, I understand the different conventions, but just like, you know, I need this. And so yeah, again, that's super adorable. We have another like celebrity acting romance, and I don't know what it's about, but I will be reading it very soon. I really need to get to it, and I think this will be a perfect summer read, to be honest. So yeah. Okay, we're on to the last two books. I really hope that I didn't forget anything. There is a high chance that I did, but that's fine. Because I'm sure I'm going to talk about these again. So I have Which I Gotta Do by Avery Flynn, which is a very different vibe, and I absolutely love this. So this is an adult paranormal romance, and I love, you know, all of this, whatever I should call it. And again, the characters are absolutely adorable, and so this is a paranormal romance, kind of like hate to love, and, you know, witchy vibes and all of that, and I actually really loved this story as well. So we have another one where like enemies to lovers have to team up and work together. And yeah, you should absolutely read this whenever you want to read a paranormal romance book. And I will be talking about it again when I do like fall recommendations. So love this. And I think there's gonna be another book in the series finally that should also be illustrated by Leni. So I need to look that up and get it very soon. And last but not least, I have Role Playing by Kathy Yardley, another one that has like fall vibes, and it is absolutely stunning. The moon there, the cozy couch vibes, the cuddling, the everything about this. I love this so much. This is really unique and I am a big fan. And this one I read as well. So this one we have like older main characters. I think they're in their 40s and the heroine is divorced. It's a deeper, more emotional romance and very cozy, very sweet and meaningful. And yeah, I adored it and I think you should absolutely pick it up. And again, it would make the perfect fall read, which is stupid that I'm talking about it right now because it's in the middle of July. But I'm sure people are thinking about it. I'm sure people are thinking about it. I am thinking about it because like I do live in Edinburgh and the summer here is not very normal, you know, so it does make me think of fall. But yeah, so this is my Leni Kauffman collection and it's certainly going to be growing over time a lot more, so let me know if you want me to do this again. And yeah, I am so happy that I've built such a big collection because I remember the times that I wanted all of them and I had like 2 books, and so this is incredible. I was not counting it, but I mean it's probably gonna be like 30, I don't know, but there's a lot more I have on my wish list, and of course there's always new covers coming out, and yeah, I will always be the first in line to put them in my cart. So that's gonna be it. And yeah, what I can say that sometimes you can judge a book by its cover, you know? So if you made it this far in the video, leave any kind of like painting emoji down below. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!